Sable Nightbloom. In the heart of Chronoglade, where silver moss draped the ancient oaks, and the air hummed with the pulse of unseen clocks, Sable Nightbloom, the shadow dancer, stood before a gleaming contraption. It was a tower of glass and spun steel, its core pulsing with a light that seemed to bend time itself. She called it the Chrono Loom, a new technology promised to weave moments like threads, granting anyone the ability to glimpse and even alter the flow of hours. The glade held its breath, the wind holding its sigh as Sable whispered the first activation. At first, the loom's gifts were wondrous. Villagers could mend a broken pot before it shattered, and hunters could foretell the path of a stray deer before it stepped into the trap. Sable, with her graceful steps, used the loom to weave a brief lull for the restless nightbirds, allowing them to rest a few extra breaths. The harvest grew brighter, the sick found moments of health, and the people of Chronoglade sang a new song of hope, crediting the shadow dancer for bringing the future to their doorsteps. But the loom's threads began to fray. A child who had borrowed a moment of youth found his own years slipping away like sand through fingers. The river, once steady, now rippled with strange ripples, as if the flow of time itself hiccuped. Sable felt a cold whisper in the wind, a warning that the loom's power was not limitless. The first signs of trouble glimmered, and the glade's shadows grew longer, hinting at a cost yet unseen. The Council of Elders gathered beneath the ancient oaks to debate the loom's ethics. Some argued that any tool that could alter time was a gift that must be shared, that the benefits outweighed the risks. Others warned that meddling with the river of time would erode the natural order, that the loom's power could become a weapon of selfish desire. Sable listened, her heart a steady drum, as arguments rose like wind through the leaves, each word a leaf in a storm of moral conflict. Sable, with her skill as a shadow dancer, tried to repair the loom. She traced the tangled threads with delicate hands, weaving new patterns to smooth the ripples. She and a band of engineers adjusted the loom's core, adding safeguards and echoing spells of balance. The glade held its breath as they worked, hoping their fix would calm the disturbances. For a moment, the loom seemed to settle, and a hopeful hush fell over the woods. Yet the problems grew louder. The loom began to echo its own voice, a humming that spread through the glade, turning gentle breezes into frantic gusts. The time that had been mended now slipped faster, causing days to collapse into minutes. Sable found herself stepping through shadows that moved faster than her own steps, and the once tranquil glade turned into a frantic maze. The technology's flaws surged, casting darkness over the once bright Chronoglade. At the brink of chaos, Sable stood before the loom, the weight of the glade's fate heavy upon her shoulders. She faced a choice: to dismantle the loom entirely, sacrificing the gifts it had bestowed, or to bind it forever, sealing its power and losing the chance to ever alter time again. With a deep breath that carried the scent of moss and moonlight, she made her decision. She would shatter the loom's heart, letting the world return to its natural rhythm, even if it meant the loss of all that had been gained. When the shattered glass fell like rain, the glade exhaled. The river returned to its steady song, the days resumed their gentle march, and the villagers felt their own breath settle once more. Sable, still the graceful shadow dancer, walked among the trees, her steps quiet but confident. The Chronoglade healed, the memory of the loom becoming a whispered tale for the next generation, a reminder that some gifts are best left untouched.